Kit continue to grow. And we had the new executive director from the Boys and Girls Club as well, so very similar program, mentoring our youth in Delray Beach. And the only other thing that I'll add is that thank you to the Affordable Housing Advisory Committee. They are working. They're meeting every single month to catch up because we didn't have meetings for a while, and Ferline has a tight deadline because it's given to us by the state to bring recommendations for affordable housing, and those will be coming very soon. And so thank you to everyone for putting in the extra time. They are cruising through things, and I'll say, Mayor, your appointment to that board, his background, Mr. Zeller's background in affordable housing is really coming. I had no idea his resume, and it's a deep resume, and we really appreciate his input. He's diving in.
I love saying "I told you so" because I definitely explored that, and that was the guy. He definitely has it, and he's going to be able to bring something to the table and hopefully move
Already
the
is.
needle.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And
I'm glad to hear
jealous
it.
because he was my choice and you took
Well,
mine.
I'm just so sorry about that.
I was going to put him in there.
I
Hook or by
understand.
crook.
All right, so Vice Mayor.
Thank you very much, Mayor. There is so much going on in this city, I cannot even begin to do this within 2 seconds. Vice or Deputy Vice Mayor, I'll do my best. First of all, I encourage everyone, if you haven't done so, to read our Leadership and Accomplishments First 90 Days of Service, produced, directed, accomplished by our new city manager. I don't know where he gets his energy. I think he's in the wrong business. I believe he should siphon it off and give it, no, we're going to keep him, but he should siphon it off and give it to each of us who believe that there is just so much going on, we cannot even ever keep up with him. And so just once again, kudos to our city manager and kudos to the city commission for bringing him on board. That said, I'd like to plunge into as much as I can get in. I was blessed to be a part of the league, the Palm Beach League of Cities meet up with the legislative delegation chaired by Representative Mike Caruso. It was a room full of powerful people, both sides of the political persuasion, who hopefully are going to chair each of the things that the Palm Beach County League of Cities and the state are championing. And it's just a plethora of things that are going to help the city. And of course, we can always hold hope that they're going to listen to us. There's a little special package there that I'm not going to discuss tonight that Representative Caruso is trying to share or push for the city of Delray Beach. And if you're not aware of it, I suggest you speak with Mr. Moore about it. I don't want to jinx it by even talking about it, but I think we should all be aware that this is something special for us. And if you call him and ask him to keep championing it, we will be pleasantly happy and pleased. Secondly, I'd like to commend everyone who worked on the Veterans Memorial Day program. We were complimented. I didn't know the gentleman. I know him now. I'm going to get with him because I was not quite aware of the activities that they were doing to put flags, pictures rather, on flags and fly them throughout the city. And I understand that they did it today. I would have been at one of them had I known. I would have tried to at least be at one of the flag showings. And again, there's just too much for me to ever attend. It was a beautiful day if you were able to attend it. It was not too warm. It was not too cool. It was just a perfect day to commemorate the services of people who are here and no longer here, and those who have survived the horrific, I believe horrific, recent wars. And if it's one thing I can say about this country, I pray that one day we will no longer have wars. I know I'm dreaming. I just would pray that because now we can immediately remove the servicemen and women from the field of battle and restore them. They no longer die as they probably did in World Wars I and II. Things change. Our weapons are more deadly, but our ability to save some portion of the human body is such that, and then we bring them back to our country and we neglect them. We don't talk about the number of veterans who are suicidal, who don't get the care that they should get in our hospitals. And I think that's something we should, when we commemorate them, we should do everything we can, not necessarily at a local level, but some kind of way make it a portion of the city's efforts to reach out and to help as much as we can. I believe that some of our homeless might fall into this category, and because we see them as homeless, not as veterans who are suffering from, I don't always get it right, from the stress of having been in those situations. We do them no service. We salute them on one hand and we remove them from our presence on the other. Thursday, my last comment, is my 4th year, I believe, and my ability to distribute turkeys to those in the city who are fortunate enough to, not necessarily fortunate enough, but are fortunate enough to be able to receive a turkey from my anonymous donor, who I understand does not fall in the category of no, you can't do that kind of thing. So I'm pleased to always be able to do this, especially this year when there's rumor that the turkeys aren't going to be there. I saw something today that described a little as to what's going on. This turkey farmer who does organic turkeys, for your information, there are such, which means they're more expensive than the others. But he talked about the fact that his costs have risen, and it takes 3 tons or something to get one turkey, and then you've got added on the processing and getting it in the truck and getting it to the supermarket. So this year I'm going to feel especially happy that I'm going to be able to provide a turkey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I, on that note, I am so pleased to hear that, because the turkey prices have gone up, and I think that there are some certain areas in our, in Palm Beach County that they're not doing that this year because of the cost, the increase in cost, and that's really tough. So I'm so glad to hear that your private donor was able to do that. Back to Veterans Day, I also want to say thank you so much to especially Dolores Rangel and Johnny Castro. They basically put this together every single year, and it is just a beautiful ceremony for our veterans. We had the JROTC from Atlantic High. We had the Plamosa School, the children singing. They're probably one of the favorite parts of all of us to watch. And we had also Carver Middle School and Atlantic High School band, and we also had the American Heritage Choir come in and sing. So it was really just an amazing day, and like you said, it was not too hot, and we were able to really honor our veterans. So that was really a great, and we had a great turnout too, by the way.
We did. And in fact, Mayor, if you don't mind, I'd like to inject here. I was trying to make it quick. If we continue to grow the way we have, and it appears we are going to grow, perhaps next year we need to evaluate whether or not we can have it at the park, because we had a parking situation, and I don't know if all the veterans were able to. I walked with one who was parked all the way over at Anthony's Coal-Fired Grill, and so I really felt badly once I felt he was.
Or what we might want to do is employ our little downtown, the freebies to be able to come by and pick up people and bring them over and bring them back. We can probably do that, but that's a great idea. Secondly, I know I'm repeating some of the things that have already been said, City Manager. I just want to say, great video update. I have enjoyed reading your end of the week, recounts of your week. It keeps us all up to date as to what's going on, and also your 90-day out report was great. It's wonderful to receive that. It gives us somewhere to go from if somebody's asking questions that we may not know. The guns and hoses, my apologies to the chiefs. I got stuck at home. I have been there every year that I've been in this position, and this was a year that my husband's pickleball got to trump my ability to be able to go with you guys. We had some service people coming over, and I had to sit and wait, unfortunately. But I heard it was a great time for all. But the man in the back, you're gonna have to step up your game, it looks like, because I think it's a 3-2. 3-2. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, and then I also wanted to just mention one other thing because it's come up on some of the Facebook feeds. I keep up with some of the things that people are saying, just so we can kind of keep people on the straight and narrow when it comes to facts. Panhandling reversal happening in other cities, specifically even West Palm Beach, is not something that's going to necessarily happen here. We did what we were supposed to do, doing a full study and making sure that we've got the data to support any opposition or any kind of a challenge that we get. That's not to say that we can't be challenged, but we're in a better position, in a different position from what I understand, than some of our neighboring towns that just kind of put a plan in action without having that data. And that's one of the reasons why we do what we do, why we did what we did with the sober home issue, why we do what we did with this panhandling issue. So just so the citizens know, sometimes these consultants or the people that we have to pay, they see this as just being an expense. It's not. It's to prevent a future litigation from happening, and also so that we can get to where we want to be with some strength behind the decisions that we're making. And I appreciate all you do, Lynn, for keeping us and guiding us properly. So if there's nothing else.
Mayor, could I add one more thing that I forgot to say is St. Paul's Missionary Baptist is doing COVID-19 boosters this Saturday. You can call them 561-278-7149 or go on the website and there's a form which you can fill out.